Good evening from Istanbul, Turkey. So I actually hope that we'll make it in time to the shooting location because Istanbul is pretty famous for its crazy traffic. So right now we are trying to cross the Bosphorus Bridge, which actually is going to be the subject of our video. Anyway, let's now cross the Bosphorus Bridge and reach the shooting location. So the sunset is going on, so it's time to run. As you can see behind me, or probably it's blown out, but anyway, the sky is really super beautiful, so it's time to mount everything and let's ready to capture some magic. So for this shot, my idea is to use, of course, my main camera, the Sony A7R Mark II with the 24-105. Anyway, let's now find the composition and set the camera. So, if until 5 minutes ago there was a beautiful sun shining and colorful clouds, look at this. It's just black. But actually, even if gray, these clouds can be actually pretty interesting because basically they created some kinds of horizontal layers that perfectly goes along with the skyline of Istanbul and the beautiful Bosphorus Bridge. As we're pretty far from the city, I've used a medium telephoto lens, in this case the 24-105mm G lens, and I'm currently shooting at about 80-90mm. You know that I love long exposures, right? So yeah, I tried to use a 6-stop ND filter a while back because I wanted, to test it out, but I can tell you when the clouds are like this, I highly suggest you not to use it because basically, the clouds are already pretty flat. So except if you want to go for a super wide sky, do not use it and keep the shutter speed at just a couple 3 seconds in order, to maintain the shape of the clouds. After all, even if the sky was not as expected, I think the final result is pretty interesting. So this teaches us that no matter the conditions, we should just try to get the shot. Anyway, now it's super cold, so it's time to wrap up this first part of the episode because yes, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for sunrise. Good morning from Ortaköy Mosque. This is actually a very famous and unusual mosque positioned just at the feet of the Bosphorus Bridge. So here we are, it's currently sunrise time, even though it's kinda grayish. So the idea for this morning is to capture, of course, the mosque with the bridge and this tiny boat that you see on my right. Let's talk a little bit about gear. For this shot, I've decided to use a 16-35mm f4 because it was pretty important to have a wide-angle lens to include several elements of the foreground and, the main scene and the sky. As you can see behind me, the scene changed really quickly in just a couple of minutes. Why not try to get an additional shot? So, behind me there is the Bosphorus Bridge, which is currently covered by some really low clouds. My idea is now to mount the 24-105mm and, push in and capture the bridge in portrait mode, just a part of the bridge with the clouds. So let's change lens and let's do it. Not my usual kind of photography, but sometimes it's worth trying something new. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope that you have enjoyed this Sunset/Sunrise Istanbul episode. And of course, smash the like button, and please do let me know in the comment what you think about Istanbul, if you've ever visited or if you're planning to come here. So, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.